Heart2Start Fantasy Podcast. Where we at, man? Episode, what, 10?
I think it is 10.
We had a dime?
Yeah,
We gotta check that. We might be at a dime. I think we had a dime.
we pushing, bro.
Hey, man, it's week 8 in football?
Oh, yes, no, this is 10 then. Yeah.
Hey, it's pushing to that crunch time. Hey.
The marathon is damn near halfway there.
The marathon is halfway there. It's sink or swim right now.
For my 3 and 4 teams, the 2 and 5 teams is probably do or die this week.
Man, hey, I know if you know, we always gonna give you all the matchups at the end of the week, but right now we gotta get into that ALB or ALB league and what's been going on, man. They heckled me for a week straight. I normally don't start off and say how I did, but I got the monkey on my back. I had lost 3 straight. Yeah. Made the little trades I said I did. Revamped the whole team.
You got anybody left?
I got my originals is Julio and your boy Golf.
You got 2 people left.
2 people left who out there in their draft.
3 headed.
But this was but hey, look, y'all don't think about this too.
Man, gave him on. That's bad karma.
Y'all don't think about this though, right? A lot of the players that I had, I traded a lot of like 2-for-1s and 3-for-1s damn near. So for me to have loose players and still have a team full of players that's good, I've been doing my thing. And we're going to see how it pans out.
But you can have more players. You traded Waller and traded for something to get him back.
I traded Waller because Ingram. I traded Waller before because I had Ingram and I wanted value for Waller for what I wanted to get.
When you traded him?
Nothing.
Yeah, see.
Kyler Murray.
So you traded for Waller twice.
I traded for Waller twice. I lost Ingram. I mean, he was banged up. I panicked.
You had to get him back.
I panicked on Ingram. I'm like, let me try to get Waller back. I didn't even go into it. I was trying to get a running back from the jump. Shout out to Damo. He had all the running backs. And now I got workhorse. Now I got workhorses. But, I snapped my little 3-game losing streak. But I told y'all anyway, though, it's a marathon. So, I didn't even tell y'all it's a marathon. That's what y'all like to say. I just say I want to peak late. You know what I mean? I'm working on peaking late. Hopefully we whoop Ware this week. Shout out to Beware. He didn't play. He was supposed to come mess with us. Trying to whoop. He's my fantasy father, y'all. I lost a bet to him one year, and one of the bet was he made me a shirt I had to wear, and then I had to go on Facebook and say he's my fantasy father. I don't think he beat me since. Oh, he did beat me in Ashley recently, though. Shout out to Ware. But, like I said, snap
that was the curse of the shirt, too, huh?
I think my dad was terrible that next year. But I was wearing that shirt when I won that DraftKings money.
Is that right?
Mr. Fantasy Irrelevant. And I didn't realize it until it was over because I said, ooh.
Get the fuck out
of here. I took a picture.
Oh, that's
Mr. Fantasy Irrelevant. Wow. Big money. That was a long time ago, though. How your week go, man? Besides losing my home, last time we seen you had that face.
I lost Fuller and carry on in 1 week.
I think any owner who has Fuller every year ends up saying I lost Fuller.
There's always a hamstring too. Fasting is always getting them hamstrings.
Hell, you had Fuller before, man. Twice.
He won me a week though.
I had him that 1 year. Remember, I was trying to trade him as soon as he got on. I was calling him baby OBJ.
That's OBJ. That's exactly what it's called.
OBJ. I'm trying to sell him. I've been trying to sell that boy. You should have sold him too.
So shit, I'm on injury. I'm trying to make a few moves though right now. I might have to step away. The phone, it's been hot. The phone been hot lately.
You been pump faking on trades.
Pump faking like a motherfucker.
Hey, raise your hand if you got a trade sent from him in the last 3 days.
Not you, because you got a trade.
I'm not a trade. It wasn't me.
All his trades.
We talked. We had preliminary discussions for a while.
But you be moving
fast. And I sent it like 3 times.
You was moving fast. I said I needed to sleep on it.
Nah, I don't do this. Hey, when I send a trade, if you don't accept it in 10 minutes, I'm taking it down.
And I even texted him. I said, what's the deadline? I thought it was like tomorrow. Like he was pushing. I asked him when the deadline was. He said, oh, it's in November. I said, nigga, why are you rushing me?
Man, I need to move now. Yeah. My cousin blessed me. I mean, it ain't really a blessing because I traded Melvin Gordon, who I got in the 5th round.
I haven't seen you since then. Everything all right? Why you?
Oh man, the reasoning on that trade right there is because Chicago been giving up cakes, which I was going to talk up. And later on in the show, that I think this is a bounce back game for him. And
I do too. But you're not in your lineup though.
That's my heart to start.
Oh, okay. I was,
Yeah.
I was being nosy.
Oh,
I was looking for trades. Really. That's why I seen that.
He won't Melvin. FYI, he won't Melvin.
He already hit me for a running back earlier this week. He tapped in, but
Yeah, I want Coleman.
Yeah, he gave me James White.
I want Coleman.
What was your
I
thinking
wanted
on
Mike
that,
Thomas, bro. I told you that on the last show, bro. Now look at
I
you,
wish
bro.
I had Mike Thomas right now.
Yeah, I bet you did.
What'd you
bro.
trade Mike Thomas? Remind him again. What'd you trade Mike Thomas for?
We're talking about JD right now. We didn't name that to y'all already, man. Get out of here.
Go ahead, man. Let me drink my water. James White, though. James White from Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
You shot me James White.
I sure did. And, my end on the thinking of it is that I think that, if he has one good game, a breakout game, he's that potential to carry the ball 22 times. You know what I mean? That 15 carries, 5 receptions, whatever it may be. So with White, all he giving you is 6-7 receptions at 11 points a game. I'm thinking that this nigga Gordon has that boom game that where I needed to where he can be back into where he previous was. So
this is what, game 3 for Gordon? 4
probably.
Really, probably 3 because he didn't play it all that first.
But
so
then
he's still trying to get acclimated.
Exactly.
And everything. So
the whole
you might have
summer.
lost that trade. We
I'm gonna be
revisited it in a
honest.
couple weeks.
I think obviously when two people trade, it's because they both wanted to. You don't accidentally do it. But with White, I'm thinking I want that for sure. 12, 15, where I punch that in and let him play in my flex because last game he had 12, but he got a touchdown call back.
Oh yeah, I know.
So he's done everything but touchdowns. Like we talked before Fournette, he got one touchdown. So that late season, talk about them winter backs when it's getting cold. He's a winner running back wide receiver.
Look what he did last year, bro.
And so I had him last year
The
too.
nigga had like 80 receptions last year.
That's what I'm saying. So he's really a wide receiver at running back, and he's not catching difficult balls. He's getting them handed to him. So give me my 7-8 catches and my 12 to 18 points.
Especially if he hit for a touchdown.
12 points if he hit for a touchdown. I'm cool with that right now.
I understand that. And then just with my end, like I said, on my end of the shit is that I think this nigga can be what he used to be.
And I'm gonna be honest,
he did RB2 value, almost maybe RB1. James White like flex play damn near to me.
I think James White, if I got a fire team, like more wide receivers, and I got 2 running backs, I'm comfortable with him being my second running back.
Damn right, I am too.
You know what I mean? Because think about what people are getting from running backs right now.
Yeah.
It's hard unless you got them boy.
And the cool thing is with me going into that trade, James White wasn't my second option.
Yeah, you just
I got Chubb and Coleman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So White being my third option, which was, wherever, you know what I mean? So,
So when Gordon go off this week, you gonna trade me Coleman?
Hey, look, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this though, as far
I hope Gordon get off this week. So
I'm not completely away from Gordon because I got him in your league. I might not have got rid of him if I only had him in one because it would hurt my heart if he started going crazy. But on the flip side, I think mentally and with the team, like they're not even behind him like that. Like if they don't trade him, they are one of the dumbest franchises ever, bro. They're not gonna want to give him $10 million. If he keep putting up, even if he put up, just do a little bit better than what he's doing now. It's clearly he's not worth that because we're not winning. You know what I mean? Obviously,
it ain't his fault that they ain't winning though.
It ain't, but it was last game.
Because of one play though. I mean, there's other plays. There's a whole another 59 minutes before that fumble came. That, you know what I mean?
They was playing better with Eckler as the lead back.
Yeah, but Eckler been slowing down too.
They've been losing people every week. Keenan Allen, that's a big little injury.
They all line been terrible too. I mean, they ain't been able to pass protect.
The defense been banged up.
But Derwin's supposed to be coming back here pretty soon.
They always win like 7-run wins, and they do it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I think he's gonna end up getting traded. Melvin Gordon. It just makes sense. Why are you gonna keep him?
Cheap owner. They ain't gonna pay him anyway.
Well, hopefully he do go to a team.
Yeah. We'll see. What's y'all? We might as well do Heart to Start right quick. What's y'all Heart to Starts? Who you got Heart to Start this week?
Mine was Melvin Gordon and Robert Woods in my flex, maybe. My fucking starting running backs is fucking Chubb and Coleman. So yeah, it's either out of Woods and fucking Gordon, or maybe even McKissick. I don't know.
You gonna start McKissick over Gordon?
It just depends. I'm leaning towards Gordon because, like I said, the Bears is ass. I mean, the last 2 weeks.
Bears been giving it up.
You know what I mean?
You my favorite cousin, my big cousin, and I love you. Do not start McKissick over one of them other people.
I like this nigga.
But we don't even know what they gonna do. He might do something.
Yeah,
I like McKissick too. They be running plays from
I seen what he did in Seattle because I'm a Niner fan, so I stay in tune with the games. I didn't see McKissick what he do.
Hopefully we can revisit this next weekend and we'll be like, you was right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you was right.
You know.
If you play him.
But nigga, Woods against Cincinnati though, I think, nigga, I was gonna say this later on in the shit though, but I think the Rams, put up 40 to 45 points this week against the Bengals on the road. Woods might get me. Well, he scored last week, but he only got me 7 points though. Nigga on the fucking reverse or some shit. He ran the fucking ball in and then do nothing else for them.
They be trying to get him the ball.
No, for real. On everything. So yeah, that's my heart to start is Woods and fucking Gordon. Well, maybe McKissick. A slight chance. I don't know.
What's going to determine that? The weather?
Slight chance of McKissick.
Slight chance of rain in Seattle? Who you got?
I said fucking Noah. He plays for the Lions, bro.
I don't even know where he at. Nah, I was tripping.
Nah, you wasn't, nigga. Quit lying.
But I mean, we talking about Ty Johnson and McKissick. We were just talking about that before the show, so I didn't know, but it just slipped my mind right quick. Thought Seattle.
Yeah, but that's mine though.
You was like, you taking a deep breath for yours. Mine
was cool. Shit, McLaurin only got 7 tonight, so it was him or Corey Davis. So I want Corey Davis.
I like Corey Davis though with Tannehill. I said that to you.
I got him on my DraftKings. My lineup I just made today. He's only 4,400.
Tampa giving it up. They ain't stopping nobody.
Nobody.
I like Corey Davis and I got Henry too, so I feel like all the offense in that game by the Titans is gonna be.
Well, you gotta start Henry. You got Duke and Henry, so
I want Jonnu too, but I can't have 3 Titans out there. Shout out to Ware.
He's the king of the trees. All 3 of them.
All 3 of
them. I want all 3 of them.
We got 3 Rams and 3 Pats.
He got 4 Rams if you count the kicker.
He's playing 2 games.
He's playing 2 games. He only got 1. Hey, that's hilarious. I'm gonna be honest.
By 1 o'clock.
My lineup's so set at AOB, I don't got no one to start setting. I do kind of gotta have Golf and Winston, but I'm not even gonna play with Winston because I feel like the run game is really that cool in the Rams, and they always kind of golf with run for a touchdown. If they end up running, he might run for one. You know what I mean? Throw a dump down to one of the running backs or something. So golf this week. I think it's always dangerous when you play a trash team when you're a quarterback. You know what I mean? Depending on what quarterback. So I think with golf, it's like they might be up whooping them. You feel me? Like Cincinnati's terrible. They might be up 30 and they ain't gonna be throwing like that.
But how do you think they would get to that 30 though?
Running or some interceptions. They finna go crazy on it. Gurley's a good start this week.
Gurley's a great start this week.
Great start.
Cincinnati that gave up the most cheeks on the ground in the whole league this year.
That's what I'm saying. So that kind of scares me a little
Gurley
bit.
Can go
he got carries last week too. So
that scares me about golf a little bit. But Jameis at Tennessee, he's gonna throw 6 picks at least 3 to 4. Sacked at least 4 times, bro.
And then he gonna get dropped and then pick him right back up because that schedule was.
I'm not dropping him. I got him in golf trying to take me to the promised land. I'm not dropping him.
Hey, what did he do in London? 405 picks?
Oh, he do play in
405
London.
No, he don't play in London.
No, golf's playing in London.
Oh, yeah, golf. I'm talking about
playing London.
Is it an early game?
It's 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, so I really don't got no. My biggest Heart to Start is more so in his league. I might throw Kenny Stills in over Ridley. I'm gonna be honest.
I probably would too.
I really might. And then I was thinking about not playing Melvin Gordon. To be honest, I've been playing, but I've been thinking about not playing him. He's not in my lineup right now.
Yeah, no, he's not in my lineup in one of my leagues. I got I can't remember. Oh, no, I got Jamal Williams over Gordon in one of my leagues.
I mean, since we talking about Gordon, we could just jump straight into matchups. We can go Chargers and Bears. It's first on the list.
Yeah, I mean, I like. I think JD was saying I like Gordon and Eckler this week. I think they're about to eat.
I agree.
They're gonna run the ball.
Keenan Allen hurt.
And really get back to basics.
They kind of gotta run.
Yeah,
this is
they got 2
great game now. Let me put him. Go ahead. Let me put him in my lineup right now. As I think about it.
Yeah, that's true. I know, right? We just talking ourselves out of putting in Gordon. Nah, I like Gordon. I don't know. I think I kind of like Jamal Williams though in a game. It's gonna be a high scoring game in Kansas City still. But we'll get back to that. But nah, yeah, I like Gordon. I like Eckler. I like Henry. I think it's a good game.
I think Montgomery needs to break out this
year. Yeah, I think this might be a Montgomery game too.
Montgomery definitely need to do something.
He just need more carries. Shit, you can't really do too much getting 8 carries and shit. So I think they got to make an effort to run the ball. And Mitch is stupid trash right now, so I think that's what they're gonna do.
You know what's crazy about Montgomery? Remind me of when you in that old school dice game. And you just keep crapping out, and you like, man, I gotta go all the way. And you finally throw a hit, but then you crap out on the next row.
That's how like
anybody banking on Montgomery right now, and I ain't even just talking about you. You hoping he hit one time out of all them other times that he didn't fail you.
Hopefully it's that time where I loaded up the house, nigga. I done took the side bet from every nigga in that circle, my nigga, and it just put me over the top. So hopefully when I do put him back in my lineup, it's where that nigga had that 40-pointer. You know what I remember? That 40-pointer is at 6'5", and loaded all
and then you gotta bench him for the rest of ever.
Then you walk away from
Trade his bitch ass. But if you look though, on my mama though, besides like Godwin and McCaffrey, all the other niggas that done had 50, 60-point games, them niggas ain't did shit. Nigga Sammy ain't did shit. Nigga the Fuller that you was just talking about.
Hated Fuller.
Nigga, them niggas, bro, they ain't, you know what I mean?
They're 50 or 4.
Facts. So when they have shit like that, the little trend has been like to try and ship them out. Nigga, I had Sammy in one league, and I couldn't get rid of him right after that game. But eventually, I ended up getting rid of Sammy. My nigga, I knew that it was boom or bust.
I'm gonna keep it real. I said this last episode. I'm starting all defenses versus the Bears. That offense is terrible. I don't want no.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem was because last year they wasn't like that.
They talking about trading for Cam damn near Trubisky so bad it looked like. I think it's the play calling. They getting too cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they started off
being
something. I don't know what's going on.
They come up under Andy Reid. I don't know what the problem is. Like I said last year, I mean, it wasn't.
Maybe Montgomery's not that good. You know what I mean? Or not
I don't think it's Montgomery.
I think he looks good when he runs. You know what I mean? He looks like the best running back over there. But like I said, maybe it's a play call. I don't watch any Bears games. They're boring. You know what I mean? I barely ever see him in red zone when I'm watching red zone. I feel like I don't remember.
Nigga, they're never in the red zone. That's my point. Red zone.
That's my point. I've never seen no red zone, bro.
Damn.
I swear. Chargers are like, man, like, you know, that's a.
After the
Chargers start their defense. That's a sneaky DraftKings start.
Oh yeah.
Against the Bears. Nah, Bears gonna bounce back and whoop them. They gonna be 2-7 and get there. What are we gonna do?
Over under 41. So Vegas thinking it's gonna be a low scoring game.
Low scoring game.
Be a dog fight.
We could jump into this next one. That's gonna be for sure a low scoring game. Possibly Jets and the Jags.
Yeah, I think it's.
41 on the upper.
I think Darnold do a little bit better this week. I think let Bell get some carries in. He'll do his thing a little bit. Yeah. I like DJ Chark.
Yeah.
I like Chark.
The homie just said on Twitter he traded Lev Bell for, I forget who it was. Oh, Aaron Jones. He got Le'Veon Bell for Aaron Jones. I'm like, that's pretty good because their schedule coming up is pretty cool.
I want Le'Veon.
They schedule like the, you know what I mean?
The guy who got Le'Veon in our league.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in with the Jets, you know that boy gonna get all the touches. In Green Bay, you know it's a 50-50. So I would rather give up Aaron and them touchdowns that he done got me for somebody that's gonna give me 19, 20 touches but also might give me the same amount of touchdowns that Aaron Jones did. So Le'Veon got the potential to have, you know what I mean?
Le'Veon's going.
The volume, turn that volume up.
Yeah.
They say.
That volume is there.
Yeah.
I definitely like that. I really don't know how I feel about Darnold them because I think the Jags D. I just think that's like one of them tricky games because I think the Jets D is good, Jags D is good, but I definitely will bank on Fournette. And I think DJ Chark having a little. He's been kind of quiet a little bit. He's been a little quiet.
Yeah, DD bounced back last week, so you know we're gonna have a little.
DD too.
little battle of targets. You know,
He's dope. He just had
but
a
they
bad
gonna
start.
both
He
get
was
them
dropping
targets.
shit. And
Well,
like,
but
Cincinnati's pass D is actually pretty good. They played them last week. So,
but that's
you know what I mean, charging them. What is it, Fitzpatrick or something?
Yeah. And that's why I like Didi because he wasn't gonna see Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I thought Kirkpatrick got hurt last week.
Did he get? He didn't play at all.
I don't know. Yeah.
What did Didi have last week?
Who?
Didi? I don't know the exact stats, but he had like 20 something points in our league though.
Yeah, he must have scored
that on my mama because I think the nigga I played last week had him on the bench. Somebody had him on the bench.
Yeah, 17 points, 103 yards. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So, but yeah, though.
He's not practicing no side note.
But my little point was, though, is with him having the type of game that he had last week and the few games that Chark, or the damn near the whole season that Chark was having, you know, I don't know if they're going to be fighting for targets or if it's going to give the offense a boost in production because now you got to worry about both of these dudes, you know what I mean? And you still got Chris Conley out there, too, though. So, you know, it was a great.
I think Chark is pretty safe because when I look at the teams that he played where he had low, the last game before this last one, obviously he just had 10. Before that, he had 7 versus New Orleans. That was a 13-6 game. Before that, 41. Before that, Denver, low scoring game, 26. Well, 26-24 is not really low, but 8 and 17, 18, 24. I think that 7 and 8 are outliers right now. Yeah, I think so. I think he's kind of safe. I think Didi definitely is somebody that his bye weeks you definitely can throw him in. Like he's a guy that let me go grab him and play him. You know what I mean?
Back in a couple of weeks. I think he's practicing next week. Too.
So I like and they talk Didi Westbrook up a lot about his route running and you know what I mean all that. So I think getting both of them involved does open the offense a lot more. And Fournette doing what he's doing regardless. We're gonna talk about him later. I know you got him on one of your lists of somebody to either drip or drown. You know what I mean? That'll work for you in the long haul. What about Bucks Titans? We were just talking about that. Jameis.
Yeah,
Jameis. You can't trust Jameis this week.
Yeah, nah. We gotta get the receivers, and I mean, they must start. But I like Corey Davis as a little sleeper, and Jonnu Smith. I like a lot of Titans in this game, even though the Bucks' run defense is kind of tough.
Yeah,
Henry might have a little bit.
They have the best run.
He get the goal line touches though, so
that's like a perfect Corey Davis and AJ Brown game.
Yeah, I like AJ Brown too.
Because you can't run on them. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think with Godwin and Evans though, they're matchup proof because they have no running backs over there.
Exactly.
Like, they gotta throw the ball.
They get all the targets.
They have to throw the ball. Like, what are you gonna do?
Like nobody else is getting targets over there. So
OJ Howard didn't battling injuries. It's terrible for him.
Because all he do is blocking.
It's terrible for him. He getting hurt blocking. He's soft.
Man.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but no, I definitely like Henry in this one too, though. You know what I mean? For where Henry was going in 3rd, 4th round, as of right now, he's definitely one of the biggest steals of the draft, bro. To get him where you got him in the nigga that scored 5 out of 7 games, them his rushing touchdowns, and to add a receiving touchdown on top of the yardage that he's getting you on the ground and a little bit of receiving yardage. I think Henry is one of the best little bargain steals there was, bro. Especially if you got him in the 4th or 5th round.
He doesn't have the highest ceiling, but he got a good little solid floor.
No, without a doubt.
He probably up there top 3 the most goal line inside the 5 carries.
And I definitely wasn't. He wasn't on my draft board coming in this year, and I'm definitely from what I didn't see, just little shits. He's a great value. What round you getting in?
4th, 5th.
Yeah, great.
Hopefully,
great value.
hopefully they start blocking for him a little bit better.
Yeah, well, the fucking I can't even think of the tackle that just came back. He got suspended for the first. Who?
Is it Lewin?
Luan. Yep. He just came back, bro.
On the
I
flip
didn't
side,
even know he didn't have him.
Yeah.
on the flip side of the Bucks, though, how I say that Jameis could have a terrible game. On the flip side, he could have a great game and do one of those like they did to the Rams. You know what I mean? Everybody.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think they can be down early and he'd be forced to throw and he can collect some
Or they can go up early too, though. You know,
I mean,
it's just they so up in there.
If they score, it's gonna be James.
Tennessee is like Jekyll and Hyde too. You just don't know what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Bucks coming out of the bye, I kind of.
That's where Cam need to go, nigga. Fuck Chicago, nigga. If Cam went to Tennessee, bruh. No, fuck Tampa or even Tampa. No, I'm talking about Tennessee, bro.
Never
with Tampa, huh?
They'll never go to Tampa. They won't let it go there. Have to deal with him.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, you know, that's one of them games though. As far as like DraftKings, I might stay away from that game because you don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen in all the games, but you know what I mean. It's like too much of a possibility, too many possibilities on both ends. Though.
Yeah, they only got that at 41 points though on the under over. So yeah, definitely that's something that you're gonna want to say. I mean, the only person that I would really go for is Fournette.
Fournette and the wide receivers on the Bucks.
Yeah.
That's it. But I'll say this before we get to the next one. Henry, I don't think this is a game where he has a lot of rushing yards, but I think it's one of them ones where he catch like one of them screens that he caught at the beginning of the year.
I think he get an end zone. He gonna get crazy.
He have a lot of carries, but he'll get like a sneaky one where they don't expect it.
Yeah.
It's
gonna be like one of them 18 carries.
I really don't trust Tannehill either though, but we'll see though. I mean,
I like Tannehill. Tannehill looked good. I got Henry, so I watched a lot of that Titans game, and Tannehill actually he looked kind of good.
The offense is simple.
He looked way better than Mariota. So, and then people forget Corey Davis was a top 5 pick. So
yeah, he was.
He might start doing something a little bit. So we'll see.
Well, he needs to.
You hope for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you, bro.
Limpy ones.
Man,
that's the name of
Mahomes coming back though, baby.
Mahomes, bro. We can jump into the Chiefs right now, man. How is that man practicing, man? What is going on around here? They pulling.
They got special shit you can spray on you and rub on you,
man. Bro,
back.
Come on, man. Chiefs, Packers at Chiefs.
I still think it's a high scoring game.
That's all I say. Start everybody, bro.
Yeah,
on the Chiefs?
No, I mean, well, yeah.
Tyreek, Kelsey.
All of them.
Shady, I like Shady.
I mean, Devontae
balls, my friend.
Shady?
I'm not.
No, not the Chiefs running backs.
I'm only saying it because of Green Bay's defense.
Green Bay's running defense.
I'm only saying it because of Green Bay defense. I mean, as far as like the Chiefs.
When the over under 48, I mean, it's gonna be a lot.
That's under.
Huh?
I might come out of retirement this week and bet if that's an under.
I can see both of them putting up 25 points easily.
Yeah.
I'm not against the system at all. You know what I mean, Kansas City. I just think that, like you said, Shady, the run game has got to. The run game is going to have to carry him. It's going to have to carry him.
They don't got to carry him. I think the offense don't even take a dive.
I'm only saying because they're playing Green Bay's pass defense.
I don't think their pass defense is ready for these dudes.
You crazy.
I know.
They the Packers started out, they pass defense kind of tough, but now they kind of been letting them a little bit.
Nigga, and do you know where Andy Reid, the coaching tree and all that?
The floor came from Andy Reid?
No, nigga. I'm talking about
under in Green Bay. But that
revenge game.
That's so far from. They so far.
I mean, you don't forget nothing. Do you think niggas don't forget about shit, bro?
Yeah, I think they don't last this game.
I ain't mad at you.
That's gonna be a
Aaron
Jones, Jamal Williams game.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna be going on right there.
Jimmy Graham, I think Jimmy Graham probably gets.
So Green Bay's gonna be able to run the ball efficiently to where they gonna keep Kansas City from having the ball.
All right.
No, fella.
Absolutely.
We'll see on Sunday though.
Packers are looking good.
It's a must-win game for Kansas City.
Packers are looking good.
And it's where they at in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like Kansas City this week.
I want the spread. What's the spread on that?
It is 48.
What's the?
I don't have the. I only have the over.
It's probably like a
2-point game, 3-point game.
So I'm taking Packers. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, I ain't worried about who I'm taking. I'm just talking about the over under 48, and I said I think I can get 25 points out of both teams.
Well, let's remember that to talk about it next week. I think it's
on camera. We ain't got to remember
it. You say under 48. I say under 48. You say over.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go with under on that one.
It's all good.
Go with under. What about I work my way back. Raiders and Texans.
There's a lot of points in this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Tyrell might be back.
Tyrell back. Carbon actually been kind of sneaky good lately. If you desperate.
I got Carr starting in my DraftKings lineup this
Yeah,
year. He was only $5,000.
Carr's like a little sneaky start if you need him. I think he can do something this week.
Got him and Waller.
He had 293, 21 points last week, 2 touchdowns. That ain't bad. Waller went so crazy last week. He could have had more. He got that touchdown call.
I thought he was hurt like the first quarter. I didn't see nothing come up on DraftKings. I'm like, Waller ain't playing.
He got it. He got the touchdown call back. He got a touchdown call back. And it was funny because G, who I whooped on last week, y'all, just to let y'all know my rival whooped on him. He texted me, "Where's Waller?" He was so desperate for antidotes on why he gonna lose.
I saw that.
He posted, "Oh, you traded for Waller at the wrong time. I see why y'all traded him. Look at those Reds. Look at all where he's." I'm like, man, that boy is a dog.
Waller
but they use a tight end so much that it's like,
just put him out wide, then do all
have y'all ever seen somebody handcuff a tight end? I think I might be the first one in history to handcuff a tight end.
It might be.
Shout out to my boy Steve. He put me on Moreau, or whatever his name is. He like, Moreau gonna be sneaky good. You gonna be mad. I'm like, man, I wouldn't look at it. Nah, I wouldn't look at it. He got like 8, 10, 9, and they all like little flukies, but they playing 2 tight end sets a lot. They drafted him in the 4th round. He's actually a better receiver and a blocker. Not better than Waller, but he's a good receiver and a blocker. You know what I mean? So I feel like the Raiders are out of their bye. If you got Darren Waller and you worried about having another tight end in case he get hurt, don't even worry about it. Just go get Moreau. It's a handcuff for the tight end. You good.
He's the ultimate.
Mark my words. Hey,
no,
only because of this year how the tight ends
are. Cuffing is cuffing.
Is there one team? Every team got at least 2 tight ends on their roster, guaranteed.
I ain't gonna cuff Mercedes Lewis though for Jimmy Graham.
Shit, you might. Well, that's a different player though.
It is cuffing season.
Mercedes Lewis is 34 years old or something. This dude, they drafted him in the 4th round and they used 2 tight end sets. Yeah. That is completely different. And we know they use their tight end.
OG tight ends over there.
That's a whole different. But you know, Carr, like you said, Carr might be a sneaky little play. You know, I'm not messing with him.
Kenny Stills. Kenny Stills is weird.
I mean, the over-under is 51.5 on that one. So,
and Houston, they inside.
And the Raiders been putting up some points, though, bro. I like Carr. Nigga, at $5,000, I can do a lot with the rest of my lineup. If he give me 20, I'll be all right.
Hey, you know what? I just thought about something. Y'all right, JD. That's a great play because Josh Jacobs is banged up. He ain't been practicing. They might not give him the ball no 20 times. Carr might be a Washington type game. You know what I mean? They gotta use him out the backfield a lot. It might be one of them games. You own to something. Y'all own to something. I like that one. You just said Kenny Stills. I definitely like Kenny Stills. He's a big play. He's they deep ball threat.
And they was hitting with Fuller there. They had some little good chemistry. So
you see what he scored in week 1?
Yeah,
Stills did.
And he almost scored. He got tackled inside the 5 a couple of times. So Stills gonna be all right.
He just jumped into the full. And I kind of I ain't gonna say I'm not saying he's better than Will Fuller, but he's more. He's played a lot more games. Yeah, you know what I mean in his career. So you know what I mean. He's not just a fast just go. Yeah, but that's great for that offense because we know that Deshaun Watson is airing that ball out. QT and Hopkins is on the inside. Stills is on.
I like Fells this game too. No Fuller. They're getting a couple red zone targets if you're desperate at tight end, which most of us are.
Fells.
Not bad.
I don't know because they use both them tight ends.
Yeah, they use the other one too.
That's the only thing I don't like. I don't like that. I'm scared of that part for sure.
So everybody don't got the luxury to have Waller. Shit.
I mean, I traded for him. You could have traded for him. Yeah. Hey, sometimes you gotta shake it out, man. I redrafted him.
He was on the phone with Damo for like, man, 2 hours.
Text, man. You know, you know when but you know when I knew JD wanted Melvin Gordon, and we was trying to go for other players, and I'm like, well, boom, I know he wanted Melvin Gordon already. Let me see who else I can get from him. But I didn't even want to have time. I said to him, I said, man, what you want to do for James White and woo-woo? I'm like, what you want to do for James White? I said, son, Melvin Gordon. He said, Melvin Gordon? As soon as he said, Melvin Gordon, I'm like, oh, he won't even. Not even got him. I got a trade because we sent trades. No, that's talking about trades while he at work or something. I'm calling him. What you want to do, bruh? Send it. We'll do. I have cold feet. He'll have to when he say, let me go check on it, let me check on some stuff, I'm busy. I'm like, yeah, he gonna check on it, all right. But he gonna talk himself out of it. He don't want that one next. You know what I mean? We did another trade though. I gave you, I had 3 quarterbacks in your league. I had
Brissett.
Lamar Jackson to start. I picked up Brissett 2 trades. And I gave it to him for 49er defense. But you got Chicago though.
I got Matt Ryan and Matt Ryan with the
Matt Ryan Wood.
I got Matt Ryan in this other league though.
Yeah.
So that's why I got Brissett from him for that defense.
Real quick with the Texans and the Raiders, I don't trust the running backs over there, Duke and Hyde. So if I have to play like DraftKings, I ain't messing with them.
I'd rather play Duke.
Yeah, I'd rather play Duke.
In a game
like that, I'd rather play Duke.
But I mean, when you think of shit like this though, what was it, 2 weeks ago when fucking Hyde had all those points? Was it Kansas City they played? Who was it then when Hyde had the 2 touchdown game? I think it was.
It was one of the first few games.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Was it?
That was there last week.
It was. But it be certain games like that where you think, oh, this nigga, but you know.
18 versus Kansas City, you're right.
Last week
it was Kansas City.
He scored
and
twice.
He's had 116 yards. If Carlos Hyde is getting 116 yards, what y'all think Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams gonna do to them boys? Run all over them. Yeah, bro. Prime time too. Oh, that's gonna be a.
That's why I got Jamal Williams.
Matt Moore you banking on Matt Moore on prime time? Come on, man. That boy is gonna fluster. They gonna take the ball out his hands.
Yeah, Matt Moore a pro. Matt Moore been playing.
He been playing. Like I said, they gonna lean on the running backs, and I ain't saying just run. But, you know, Andy Reid, how you get the Tyreek Hill gonna catch some screens, some reverses, and they gonna be tricky. They gotta be tricky.
Matt Moore threw him a deep ball last game. It ain't like Matt Moore can't throw the ball.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill, I think Tyreek Hill and Kelsey are kind of safe.
Yeah,
I think the ones who take a hit are the younger ones. You know what I mean? The Harmons or even OG Sammy. They're the ones that's probably gonna take the hit a little bit. He gonna go with the trustees.
But I don't think Andy Reid would have Mahomes out there and not have a solid backup in case Mahomes went down and just the ship just
bro, they got that man practicing. The next week he broke his handcuff. He was not planning on that boy getting hurt. Andy Reid.
They didn't have Matt Moore the whole time. No, they had somebody got hurt.
They finna RG3 Mahomes. Sit that boy out, man. Y'all can get there. Just grind for it. So what? He gonna do something.
See how he be wishing on injuries?
I don't want him to. I'm telling him to sit him out so it'd be good.
Dr.
I'm rooting for Mahomes. I ain't got no gripe against the Chiefs.
You for sure not rooting for Mahomes.
I don't got no. Bro, Mahomes ain't even been killing like that the last few, so it's good. I ain't worried about it. You ain't deep enough, and you lost too many guys. You better shake it up. You better been trying to do.
You talking like you injury proof.
I'm talking about your team.
You talking
when
like
you and G won last week, y'all was talking about how y'all was ahead of me in the standings, right? That's what y'all focus on. So right now, I'm focusing on how you're done. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, if you want to go on points, yeah, they were, but it's a whole other part of the season.
Points, bro.
I got a whole new team. If you look at my team from now to
against, you got lowest points against.
Man, I don't care about what happened in the last 6 games. I just want to get better and win.
You fake good.
Peak late. I ain't even good. I'm just saying I'm getting on you because y'all was juiced about that, and I told y'all it's a long season. Y'all got hitters on the way up.
Bro, you got receiver problems.
I'm good. Gallup on a bye.
You don't see this?
Gallup on a bye, and John Brown has been
6
solid.
What Gallup had?
John Brown been solid.
Gallup had a solid 8 and a solid 6.
I mean, I'm
last 2 games. Julio Schwab is playing.
He is.
Temper your expectations.
I mean,
John Brown
ain't been looking at greatest unless you Hooper.
John Brown don't look like.
Man, you better go look at John Brown what he's been doing.
Green to come back ASAP.
Nah, I need him to get traded. Get traded.
And you just gave up a hitter in Gordon, possible RB2. Yeah, your team is.
You know what's crazy?
He was happy to beat G.
You know what you said?
That's what it was.
No, I'm gonna be beware, and then I'm gonna go in on Damo the next week with the team we built each other. One of us is gonna be talking about you built it, and I would do what it do. You know what I mean? Like you said, my team was better than yours before injuries, or what are they now? If that's the case, if we go with your narrative, what are they now?
Hey, Mahomes be back in a couple weeks. And
I feel you. Hey, good luck, fella. Who you play this week?
I'm playing Aaron.
Aaron?
With no Cowboys. Aaron's team fake good.
Still look good, man.
Aaron
Let's
team
get into
fake
the
good.
Saints and Cardinals, man.
Aaron team fake
Yeah,
good.
we revisit this right quick. Let's get into the Saints Cardinals. Is Kamara playing? He might be out. That'll be a Murray game.
Yeah, another Murray game.
Edmonds
gonna be nice.
Hey, if you got Edmonds, it seems he's gonna sell. He might not do too much this week, but he catching balls.
I think Edmonds getting in the game from now on.
He catching balls.
He gonna get touches, but
he gonna get touches.
Nigga, they say that the fucking Saints ain't allowed a 100-yard rush. I mean, he don't have to get all his points by rushing the ball, but they ain't gave up a 100-yard rusher in 29 games.
Oh yeah, I don't think
the Saints
like that.
Yeah, the Saints is like
they
waiting
give up
under.
the passing yards though. They're gonna split him out, and Cliffberry might just do 5 wide all game. Shit, but them boys out there, especially with no David Johnson. Yeah. And even if they do, they might use David Johnson as a receiver or something. So
yeah, David Johnson is on my drown list.
Is he?
Man, I'm gonna say this. David Johnson, the last 3 games, Edmonds been playing with David Johnson.
That's what I'm saying.
He had 16, 14, and 34.
Yeah, like I like
he's
Edmonds.
catching
Edmonds
balls.
was good.
He's
I wasn't big on him at first. I might not even use my waiver on him at that time, but I like.
That was the week. He was on the wire the week when Everett was there. I know this because Wood picked Edmonds, and he needed a tight, or he was trying to trade.
Yeah, that was a good.
He was trying to trade me Kelsey or trade the lead Kelsey, and he was like, "I'm gonna pick up Everett," and he was like, "I can't pass on Edmonds. I'm gonna just grab Edmonds."
That was a good pick.
I got Edmonds in one league.
The Wire Wizard. That's the Wire Wizard.
That's Wood the Wire Wizard.
Yeah,
he got 7 running backs right now, stocking up, trying to see who
up.
pop it. Evans might have popped for it.
You think so? You need to go get rid of Freeman.
They got a tough little schedule coming up though. They got New Orleans, Frisco, Tampa, then back to San Francisco. So this might be, if you need him right now, this might be a sell high. You feel me? But if he just sitting on your bench like I got him in the league, I wouldn't even play him right now. Because I got hitters, you know what I mean? Yeah. But he would be somebody that I would keep. I'm talking about another league. I'm talking about another league. If Evans is the only running back and Johnson don't play, yeah, I would start him over James White. But not when Johnson playing. And I'm not talking about the playing how he did this last week. He wasn't playing. You know what I mean? He wasn't playing. This week, he probably ain't playing, even if he active. You know what I mean? So I mess with Evans. But I don't got the option to start him over White. I ain't even talking about that league. But you like White, don't shoot White down. You want him.
White.
How many trades he sent you for White?
None.
JD?
Teddy? Who?
Teddy B this week? He might go
Maybe
crazy against the Cards.
That was last week.
Drew was playing. I thought they said Drew.
I don't think he practiced it out.
Yeah, Teddy B playing this week.
This is his last game. Damo tried to trade it to me. Like, this is his last game. Get the fuck out of here. Shout out to
Kyler Murray. What he gonna do? What you think? He got action?
I think he probably.
He's just passing no matter what, so he ain't got no choice.
I think it was
Christian Kirk still banged up. I don't even think he gonna play. I think they get whooped this week. Cardinals are gonna get tore up.
And they on the road.
They gonna get tore up. I'm staying away from all Cardinals players to be honest.
Yeah, fits on.
Because you got a high possibility that the Saints are gonna be controlling that game the whole time.
Yeah. Right. Yeah,
Mike Thomas is the number 1 fantasy wide receiver right now.
That ain't surprising. Though.
He's death proof.
Yeah,
They're right behind Godwin.
Godwin's number 2? Is it? Damn.
Mike Thomas.
Okay.
If you traded Mike, I traded for him. I traded Kamara for Aaron Jones and Mike Thomas. And I gave him to Curtis Samuel.
Damn.
I was loving that Mike Thomas go crazy. I had him last year. I wish I had him at ALB.
You could have drafted him.
You just don't trade. I could have, but I wouldn't have drafted him at 4. I'm wrong,
You drafted
obviously.
Julio, though.
I drafted Julio. That was my guy. I brought him home. That's what I was wrong with. But Julio ain't too far behind though. Julio ain't even having a bad year.
But Schwab's the quarterback now.
We'll see. Matt Ryan been looking pretty poo-poo. They be having some
Matt Ryan ain't been looking poo-poo. It's their defense that's been looking. Matt Ryan
has been looking poo-poo for sure.
Yeah,
Matt
Ryan been slinging that bitch in them garbage from my mouth, bro. Talk. Facts.
Yeah. Bills, Eagles.
I kind of want to say Philly gonna kind of get them this week.
At Buffalo.
Yeah.
Philly's thirsty right now.
Yeah, they have a vet team. I think
if
this
Philly don't win this week, bro, they're
Bro.
panicking, bro, on everything. But
They need to go get Gordon.
No, they need some receiver help. I mean, they can go get. They need receiver help bad, bro.
Week 1.
Oh, my mama, nigga. Alshon and fucking Nelson ain't doing it, bro.
Nah,
they need to go get some help for sure.
They need it, my nigga.
AJ Green would be nice.
I ain't even starting none of them niggas.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't even want to start any of them running backs because the Bills' defense.
I wouldn't start Wentz either. I wouldn't start nobody on the Eagles. Actually,
maybe
you gotta start Hurts, but yeah, no, I wouldn't want. I'll stay away from Wentz.
Hey, I got a crazy story at Ertz last week. So I was playing in the league, and I was down a little bit, but I wanted to go up going into the Monday night game or the Sunday night game. I had Jimmy Graham, but I took him out and put Delaney Walker in. Jimmy started going off, and I had remorse on Delaney. I'm like, man, Delaney gonna mess around and give me a dud. Let me see who on the wire. The owner I'm playing against got Ertz. Well, I'm finna go grab Goddard. Swear to God, I play Goddard. I'm telling dude, bro, you finna be hot. Goddard finna eat tonight. Ertz ain't gonna do nothing. That's exactly what happened. I beat him.
Goddard a little sleeper this week.
Bro,
too.
Goddard be having like a little 8-9. Like I got him. I stashed him in 2 leagues though.
I think teams gonna be trying to get Ertz out of there. So Goddard might be a little sleeper pick.
With the way tight ends is this year, if you can get 8 from your tight end, if you don't have the good ones,
nigga, trust me, I lost 2 games this year, and they'll be like by 10 points or less. And again, my tight end in 2 weeks, and they only had like 1 and 0 points.
Bro, Waller.
That's why I'm playing Jimmy Graham for these 8-9 points.
Wow,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. Tight end, boy.
Fuck the tight end.
I ain't messing with Josh Allen. Cool.
No, Josh Allen finna be like
Josh Allen and Brown might have a cool little kick this year.
I like that combination.
So why you don't like John Brown?
I didn't say I didn't like John. I like John Brown this week for sure.
But
do I like him as a wide receiver 2 for the rest of the year, which he's in for your team? No.
That's because I got 3 running backs playing. So you only get 2 wide receiver spots. One is Julio, so I'm choosing out of him.
So basically, his WR2 spot is a flex.
It's a running back.
It's 2 flexes.
Yeah, because I got 3 workhorses playing running.
That's his logic.
Is that real logic?
I ain't mad.
Who's your workhorse?
Matt, Aaron Jones, and
Aaron Jones is in a 50-50. And White is in
a wide receiver playing
35-65.
Getting 8 catches a game, guaranteed.
This Sonny Michelle time right now.
Both. Who's the receivers over there?
Yeah.
Sanu?
Nah, he gonna eat in them games against Baltimore.
Bruh, Brady's throwing 49 times a game. They're not running it unless they're on the 1.
Not when it's 8 degrees in Boston.
Bro,
it's not gonna be happening.
White been eating for 2. What he had last year? 87 receptions.
Like 80-something.
He's catching the ball, bro. If you playing a player like Duke, hoping he gets you 7 and not
obviously, I
3.
want him over White. I want White over Duke. But I don't want Gordon over White. I don't think.
But who's in your flex right now?
Corey Davis.
You rather play White over Corey Davis, right?
I'll play Corey Davis over White this week.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You know, cut it out with the shenanigans.
Nah, I'm playing Corey Davis against Tampa.
I hear you.
I'm playing Corey Davis.
Each his own, man.
Corey Davis,
Jerry, you playing Corey Davis over James White, bro?
James White getting his 11-12. Corey Davis getting 11-12.
Fresh off the wire, bro. You playing Corey Davis?
What's James White's highest game this year?
17.
Nah, probably
15,
not even that. 14, baby.
13.
He's getting a real
13.
12.
Yeah, but it's
13.
been 13 the whole
year.
It's 12,
every
11,
game.
0, 13, 12, 13, 12. So he's going to get you 12.
Right, he would have had 20 if he didn't get
You
the
love saying the touchdowns that got brought back.
No, not even that they got brought back. He only has 1 on the year. And I'm not saying it because I have him. I'm just saying he's as solid as they come.
No, he's consistent. Yeah.
If you knew you was getting, look,
I'm
13 is only 2 points off of 15. Last year, Robert Woods had 15 every game, and he was a top 15 wide receiver after Cup went down.
No, I'm saying
that's like having a top 15 wide receiver, a top 20 wide receiver playing.
I don't know.
Slash running back.
He ain't gonna give you
what running backs is giving you 12 to 20 points every single week that ain't the top one? It's few and far between.
I'll have to look it up. You got to show me a spreadsheet or something. But
spreadsheet.
The schedule in New England had was hella easy in the beginning. too.
Bro, New England is dud-proof as far as winning. They're always going to be up or battling to be up.
Nah,
they got no heat in the offense, bro. They've been passing it to their running backs forever, bro.
Yeah, they just got
the short passing game is just an extension.
That's what they do, bro.
That's what they gonna do.
4 yards at a time. This PPR.
He's only gonna get you 13.
You're just hoping. I'll take that 13. I was getting 7 for Melvin Gordon.
But you only get
7.
You didn't give him a chance.
It don't matter. I did what I'm not even saying. I'm not even saying him over Melvin Gordon. I'm saying for what I wanted, having a for sure 12 points every week. I'm not even banking on the 12.
You settling, brother.
No, I'm not even banking on the 12. I'm banking on that he's gonna do better than he's been doing. He's been doing average. He get his 8 catches, get his 12.
With an
don't get a
touchdown.
Schedule.
Don't get a touchdown. Get harder. Why would you think?
Bro, they're the Super Bowl champions, bro. What are you talking about? They are the hardest team on the schedule.
Look at all this green that they play.
Man, fuck the green. We talking about the Patriots, bro. They might go undefeated every year. They got a chance to go undefeated every year. JD, am I right? No. Every year, bro. What are you talking about?
They are not going undefeated.
They do what they do, bro.
They still got Cleveland. They got Baltimore.
Cleveland
gonna be a little sleeper.
Hey, Cleveland. Hey. Throw this shit on the wall and hope it stick right quick, man.
I like Cleveland this week.
Cleveland.
I don't like them to win, but I like them to keep it.
He said their schedule's getting tough because they're about to play Cleveland.
He's gonna run with the Cleveland now because he know.
Who else, bruh? This is all I'm saying. Forget who they play. They are the team that everyone. If you play New England, you're writing them off. Man, bench everybody.
Who have they played this year? Besides Buffalo,
I don't care.
I wouldn't say bench everybody.
I don't have their defense. I don't know, but any team playing New England, you're worried about their play.
Well, you know you are, but you ain't gonna say bench everybody. But I am definitely worried.
You worried about who? The best player on the opposite team.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm worried. And him and OBJ this week.
Bro, they got some of the best schemes, bro. They preparation is second to none.
I know, but
did they get you 51 week?
Yeah, against the Jets.
I
like the defense. I think they're the best defense in the league for sure,
bro.
But this is about James White.
This ain't about James White. This is about James White is foolproof with his. There's no situation where you can say James White is not going to be involved in the offense.
Unless he's
I'm not saying, but you said
if they're
down, has a zero on there.
If they're down or he's up, he's going to get the ball. He's going to have catches. No matter what.
On the field. I know.
You feel me? That's what I'm saying.
They're not gonna get James White the ball.
Bruh, they throw the ball.
He has 12 points a game. If he got the ball like that, he would have more than 12 points, bro.
Bruh, it ain't even about him having 12 points. It's about
he got one
the opportunity.
touchdown.
He is a guaranteed, folks. He's in the offense, bro. He's in the offense, bro.
I mean, he's just a
receiver.
He's
had
a
zero
receiver
because he had a kid.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't on the field, though. That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
So when he's not on the field, that's the only time he's not going to put up a
about when they're up, they're not doing it. Well, how is he getting this? They're up every fucking game, bro. 33-3, 43-0, 30-14.
Yeah, and he's getting
33-7, 33 Bro, Brady's throwing the ball 49 times a game.
Every game he's throwing the
ball every game, bro.
49 times?
On average, bro. He might have had some 50 pops.
Stop.
Let's get into the next one, and we'll go back to that. Look, let's get into the Bengals and Rams, and I'm going to look that up for you. I'm going to look it up for you right now. Hey, Bengals, Rams. At Rams. Talk to me.
No, at Cincinnati.
Oh, it's in London.
London.
It's in London. It's in neither.
I called this Joe Mixon. I called it from the beginning. Joe Mixon was not about to be it.
It's not 49. 36, 28, 42, 39, 42, 41, 45. It's in the 40s, bro.
I mean, they running a lot of plays. Shit, they running the ball a lot too. And so for all them plays, that ain't enough for
bro, he's a wide receiver in their offense, bro.
They just added Sanu.
He's a wide receiver in their offense when they had Gordon, when they had AB, when they had anybody.
I understand his value, but his value was not.
Bro, don't be biased, bro. Be a co-host right now.
No, this is James White. This is James White or Melvin Gordon. What are you talking about? Melvin Gordon is RB1 potential.
Look, I'm gonna say
James White is a flex.
I'm gonna say this.
Eckler.
Eckler worries me more than anybody on the Patriots. Eckler worries me with Gordon more than Gordon.
You'd rather have
It's not that Gordon. Listen, it's not that Gordon. Yes, it's not that Gordon. It's not that Gordon worries me, right?
Bro,
it's
you
that
would rather have
Eckler
James
and
White
Gordon.
than
Yes, bro. With
Nigga,
Raymond Gordon there, why
bro.
not? What are you talking
Stop,
about?
bro.
I'd rather have James White than Eckler.
No way.
Bro, every Eckler on
They don't
is
never
worried
throw the ball.
right now.
They don't ever throw the ball to James White deep. Eckler getting deep balls thrown to him.
I hear you, bro.
Eckler getting
bro,
20 touches.
I feel you, bro. Hey, we could beg
You
a dip, bro. This
you
one,
high
bro.
on
You
James
good.
White.
I mean, I just don't agree with what you said. You're shooting him down for the sake of, I got him. I'm saying
for the 5th time,
he's getting catches no matter what.
This is Melvin Gordon versus James White.
It's not Melvin Gordon. Okay,
that's
so
what-
look.
that's
So
what the
look,
topic
if we
was.
say this is Melvin Gordon versus James White, right?
Yeah.
I'm worried about Melvin Gordon because of Eckler,
worried.
not because of Melvin Gordon, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I think this is Melvin Gordon's 3rd game. Like, I feel like you had to temper expectations. You put him in the lineup your 1st game. So
I was
obviously
being cute though.
you
I thought I was
needed
gonna
Gordon.
whoop the person I was
you
playing no
needed
matter
Gordon
what.
that bad. So that's why you like, I'm off. I take
understood.
12 points a game. I'm not fucking with Gordon. That's because you gave up on him.
I had White last year and I know what he does. 87 catches, I just put in my flex, bro. That's how I feel. I just put 80 receptions in my flex. That's how I feel.
Last year.
Every year
Last
he's
year.
been balling.
That was last year. You
Every
can't bring
year
him-
he's
you
been
can't
balling.
bring him this year.
You can. He's consistent with
How many
that.
catches he got now?
Look, Bengals, Rams.
I mean, that's all Rams. Start all your Rams.
Start all Rams, no matter what.
Start.
Man,
Shit.
Gurley gonna eat.
Yeah, Gurley.
Gurley gonna
We was
eat.
talking
bro.
about that. It's a girly game.
That nigga Cincinnati is horrible, bro. I got Gurley in my DraftKings lineup this week, 7,400.
Ooh,
My mind.
expensive though.
It might be.
But he got 18 carries last
But look
game,
at
though.
where
That's
Barkley.
promising.
But look at where McCaffrey is this week at 81.
Yeah.
Who's he play? Frisco.
Oh, yeah.
Dalvin played tonight. I don't know what Saquon play who. The
I like
Giants in
Saquon.
them. So
Saquon like 89 though.
yeah, and I'm not paying 89 for him this week.
Yeah.
Oh, they play Detroit.
Yeah.
No, so I definitely like. Who did I just say? The running back for the game.
Gurley.
Gurley, yeah, 7,400 Gurley, yes sir.
Gurley's a shoo-in to have a great game.
Cup. Shit,
Cup
everybody.
this week.
I say,
Oh, really?
I don't know. I kind of feel like the Rams, Gurley don't have a good game, but to get on track, it has to be that run game. But at
For the
same,
whole offense to get on track.
But at the same time, how many games have been in, and clearly the run game ain't doing what it is. So maybe it's a little bit of the line. So I feel like they, like we said before, they dependent on golf. So a game where you are overmatching that team, I think they might try to get everybody a little involved towards their next game, get clicking a little better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they going into, I think they got a bye actually.
It's a get right game, they call it.
Get right game, and you know what I mean? Just,
Yeah, if it ain't no
they
good
do
team-
got a bye. They
If
got a
them
bye.
niggas don't, yeah, because they in London, so when you come from London, you're supposed to have your bye. But if them niggas don't put up 40 on these dudes, bro, I'm lightweight worried about them.
Yeah,
I
they
ain't gonna
need
lie,
to
bro.
though. I mean,
I ain't
what is Cincinnati really gonna do on them? Nothing, bro. They got Ramsey now. They, like they're
Right,
out of terrible.
right.
Like they might have the lowest offensive output, London or not. You know what I mean? Start their defense
They
for
just
sure.
out in London on vacation right now, the Bengals. For sure.
You know, it might be one of them trap games where it's not a trap game, but more like a you don't expect it to be as close as it is.
Rams
but
might be out
what are
there
the
partying and
chances?
shit.
You know what I mean? What are the chances of that? What about the Giants and Lions? Giants and Lions. Ty Johnson or
Ty
McKissick.
Johnson, you gotta start.
Or
you gotta
McKissick.
start shit. Some people, I start either one of them right now. Shit.
I think this is a Kenny Galladay game. Marvin Jones never backed his game. Big
Yeah.
games up with another one.
This big
So-
Kenny Galladay game.
Nigga, this
Hawkinson.
motherfucker's a 49.5 point game, too.
Which one, Lions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting some points up. Giants
They
will put some
should.
points. I like Tate got 20 targets.
And you
last
say
two
the
games.
Lions run is terrible, right?
Yeah.
Barkley?
No, isn't the Giants is terrible.
No, the Lions. Didn't they?
Both of them actually, yeah. Both is bad.
My big takeaway is if Stafford's gonna continue to feed Marvin Jones, even though I know he had 4 to the 4 TDs, You playing this week? I know he had the 4 TDs last week, but to me that stood out also with them TDs is the 13 targets. That in one fucking game.
But see, that's what they do though with Marvin Jones. The big games he has, they force feed him because they just like let's just keep going to it. I think
they like him on Trey Waynes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that.
They're gonna
you
stay away
get
from Rhodes.
13 no targets.
This is a guy that's look. He's like Sammy to me.
Who?
Marvin Jones, bro. He's like Sammy Watkins to me.
Not that, no, because nigga, just 2 years ago, Marvin Jones hit for like 1,100.
He was killing.
He hit for 1,100 on like 60 catches though, bro.
Yeah.
Then he got hurt last year on everything, but 1,100 yards on 60 catches, bro, like 10 TDs. Nigga, that's a lot of points, bro. So
was that with Cincinnati or was that with Detroit?
No, that was with Detroit, nigga, 2 years ago.
9, 22, 10, 3, and 43 of his points.
I'll take one of them 9 games this week.
And he was going in like the 8th round, 7th round. Nigga, to have him
coming up the injury. Yeah, 13 targets. That was kind of like stay away from Rhodes. We just gonna keep.
No, not 13 targets worth. We just gonna stay away from.
I mean,
Rhodes ain't killing like
they could have switched.
His targets in the game is 4, 6, 9,
he caught a couple touchdowns on Rhodes.
5,
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, he caught 2 TDs on Rhodes.
There it is. That's what I'm saying. So I don't think he's just
13. I think is an outlier, bro. That's probably not gonna happen again, bro. His targets 4, 6, 9, 5, 5, 13.
I don't say that. I don't say that won't happen again this year, but I can see maybe 9 to 10 a couple more times this year.
There's something they saw with the Vikings.
That's what I'm saying. Well, everything, and then they'll end up playing them again this year.
And that's a division matchup, so maybe they were just exploiting something. So
I think 13 targets, 10 catches, 4 touchdowns is a fluke.
I know the 4 touchdowns.
I just think that's a fluke. You know what I mean?
Not 10 catches or 13 targets.
Not 10 catches. Not 10
but
catches.
the 4 TDs though. That's
10 catches.
Niggas ain't getting 4 TDs.
And then you gotta think, Kerryon went out. The whole game plan kind of went out the window. I mean, I'm not saying that he was the game plan. Let's just run with him. But you know, that's a big little chunk. You know what I mean? Jones looked cool, like you said. McKinnon looked cool, but they kind of just had to get into it. And then Minnesota was kind of giving it to them too, though. You know what I mean? It was playing from behind at certain points, a lot of the game. So it's kind of like, yeah, they had to. Let's attack whoever, you know what I mean? I just think it's not. We'll see though. You know, Giants is a good spot for it to happen again for sure. I definitely don't like. I don't like Daniel Jones. I bank on a bounce back with Ingram just because he has such a bad game.
Yeah, I like Barkley. I like Tate. Ingram. I start those guys.
Can't go wrong with Tate. What about Seahawks Falcons?
I don't even feel comfortable starting. Well, you gotta start Julio with Freeman. They probably gonna be a big Freeman game. Try to give him a rock at least. Shit, trouble with I think Matt Ryan plays. Matt Ryan be playing through shit. Man.
What's the over-under on that? Ryan Seahawks. I think this is a Carson game for sure. Exactly. I don't think Russell going. You know, he's gonna do what he do.
Carson game.
Yeah. This is it.
They don't even got it on the.
Because Matt Ryan ain't playing. They don't know if he's playing or not. They'll change it. Yeah, I don't know. This is a Carson game. Carson has been solid. Carson has been really good.
He's been right there with Derrick Henry to me in that 4th to 5th round.
As far as that.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I was like, damn, I should have got Carson instead. He got 15 carries plus every game. 20 plus carries the last 4 games.
Bro, his last 4, like you said last 4, 22, 27, 24, 21 carries. Yeah. Over 100 yards 3 times, 104, 118, 124.
As great as Russ is, like, they really trying to run the ball to establish the
That's their MO.
Yeah.
Russ does his
last
magic.
2 years, last year.
Russ does his magic like when everything is on the line, though. You know what I mean?
It
just ain't all, it is just not him all game dropping back, picking a nigga apart. Because if you look at what them Seahawks scores is, them Seahawks scores ain't nothing but 3, 4, 5 point games. So it's always where, I'm trying to make something happen. Ooh, you know what I mean?
5 of their games have been 1 possession games.
That's what I'm saying.
5 of them.
Facts.
I definitely, but see the thing with Russell though, like we said before, he's part of every play. Sometimes when they're in that goal line, it might be him running or it might be him dumping it off to the running back. You know what I mean? Or tight, whatever, whoever's playing at the time. You know, that's a special thing about Russell. But Carson, I would put Carson in every DraftKings lineup. It's just that the only thing that will hurt him is if he get hurt. I'm not banking on getting hurt, but I'm saying like he's guaranteed to kill this week. I think the only thing stopping him will be him getting hurt. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying like I'm saying you got a 99% chance he gonna kill. At a point, you know what I mean, 1% chance if he get hurt, if he missed the bus. You know what I'm saying like that. Not banking on him getting hurt, but you know he's gonna kill. I think for sure. The whole run game is gonna kill. They might get Penny a little bit involved.
I like DK this week too. Obviously, like
DK only like 5,000.
He fumbled that last week too.
I like.
But the nigga had 9 targets last week.
I like Jerron Moore too. I think he caught touchdown the last 2 weeks. He might.
I don't know if he caught one last week. I know the week before that he caught 2.
It was 2 of them.
I definitely love Hooper no matter what. He's
Hooper be cool.
Even with a different quarterback. Ridley and Julio, I'm scared of that period. But at the same time though, you kind of on the flip side.
Well, Schwab on Pepper.
What's their record, bro? Like they have to win.
Atlanta's like 2
games.
Bro, they have to win, bro. Like, do you think that they're not? But they have to win. So do you think it's, let's you know what I mean, go control the game?
And the cold thing is, nigga, if they don't win this week, and if New Orleans and Carolina win, which I'm hoping Carolina don't win, nigga, they're completely done. Because nigga, Carolina and
they're done anyway.
They only have 1 loss.
They playing for pride right now.
That's what it is, bro. Oh my mama, fuck them.
They're done.
So
let's jump into that Steelers Dolphins. This is an easy, quick one. Steelers defense. Steelers defense. I'm playing them. Drake, I do Drake, but Steelers D is a stash. They been playing. Good.
My takeaways on this is you brought up Drake. My thing is to keep an eye on that backfield because they've been talking about Drake getting shit maybe, and Walton's been getting a lot of touches. Belai scored last week, so that Miami's defense offense or backfield I would keep an eye out on. And then to me, since I have Juju was my first round pick. This is the game, even though Howard's gonna be there. I don't know if Howard's gonna follow him wherever he goes, but Howard, the fucking matchup, huh?
He ain't been as good this year though.
Howard ain't been that good. I'm still worried about him just based on, you know what I mean?
Rudolph killed this week actually.
Huh?
I think Rudolph is gonna kill this week.
Who?
Rudolph.
Rudolph yeah. Right. From the concuss. He's back from the concussion.
From the dead. I thought he was dead.
Right. So, I'm hoping Juju and Connor. I think both of them should have some type of significant game to give them back to this relevance, especially coming off this bye.
I like Benny Snell and Connor, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would be comfortable. In DraftKings, if
we don't talk about DraftKings right
man, look, if I was on a bye week and I needed somebody to play, bro, I will play. Bro, I might play on the Dolphins.
Don't lie to the people, bro.
Bro, on everything I love, bro. I would probably play Snell over Duke, bro.
I knew he was going to go
over Duke, bro. I'm playing Snell.
This guy.
But he's banking on the Steelers
to go up. Miami being trash, bro. Being one of the worst ever. You feel me? Let's keep Connor fresh. You know what I mean? A little back. Play him. Connor still going to do what he do, but... Bro, 17 carries, 75 yards, a little 9 points last week when Connor. I mean, he can't get a touchdown. They 7-man after Connor had a big winner.
I'm not talking about
I'm playing Snell over Duke,
bro. We spent too much time on this game already. You talking about Benny Snell
I'm talking
and the
about
Dolphins.
If I got a bye, a lot of teams went the way running backs is this year. A lot of teams.
When's your next bye? I want to see if you checking for Benny Snell.
I don't need to. I prepare for my bye.
Next.
Hey, besides the injury, I prepare for mine. I ain't got no spots where I need to go grab a running back off the wire for sure. Because I got running backs. You know what I mean? But Snell is a stash. We talk about that later. He's a stash. I don't care what you talking about. And I would play it over Duke this week. But I'm just talking shit. Duke, you got to play. I'm talking shit. In that game, who they play, that's a shoot. That might be a high-scoring game. We talked about that already.
It should be. So but I don't want to start Duke, but I'm not starting Snell.
Hey, let's talk about that one next week. You'll remember that. I say Snell gonna outscore Duke this week.
See, if you get a goal line touch and a touchdown.
When I say Snell gonna outscore it. What about that Pats and Browns?
I think Browns gonna put up some points, bro. They got to. They got to put up some points. And they just coming off a bye.
That's my whole point is that they coming off the bye. But my only thing is, nigga, when I got up this morning to go to work, bro, I put First Take on, and I see this nigga Baker talking about what happened last week. You know what I mean? I know the reporters baited him into this, but nigga, fuck all that, man. Last week, you niggas is 2-5. Y'all got to put all this.
He talk too much.
He do, bro. He do, bro. On my mama, and the dude is not a bad player. It just seemed like a lot of the outside shit that then crept into the locker room, then boosted these niggas' heads up, and they hadn't even played one game together. You know what I mean? But to me, I think this is the week to where coming off that bye that they can make a statement and they can make their season go to the right, but also they can make it even go more left to where nigga if they lose nigga 2-6, bro, you're top 5 pick. You're done. So you know what I mean? So
I think he throws one. Those probably a couple. He probably turned the ball over to New England for sure. I think that New England still get their touchdown and do their thing. But I think Beckham probably get one, and the Browns score some. They gonna score some points. They're gonna make it interesting.
Yeah.
They got Ward and Greedy coming back this week. So
That's big.
They're like all
they ain't played in since week 1, I don't think.
Miles Garrett get to time. I mean, and then if you can get Brady off of his spot, he's not the same Brady, bro.
And they got the guys to do that.
They do.
Your ALB team is like the Browns. You're must win. Not saying
I totally agree, bro. No, for real.
Who you play?
I got I got first place.
We playing Damo.
Yeah, and he got fucking.
You were literally the Browns this week if you think about it. You play the first place team.
But the cold thing is though, like the cold thing is
I think the Browns gonna upset and you might too.
And my points scored, nigga, is like right by where you're at, bro.
I don't even think my team is that good, bro.
But I'm saying though, but you wanted to win they don't
No, you like the Browns.
You are like the Browns though. They 2-5.
But the cold thing is though, right? If I win this week,
the first place team.
Listen.
Who's a fake ass division leader right now in the NFL?
But the cold thing is just like how I just brought my analysis on the Browns, nigga. If they win this week, nigga, the season gonna break right. If I win this week, nigga, my season gonna break right, nigga. Nigga, because you didn't bless me, bro.
Hey, look.
On my family, you didn't bless me, my nigga.
I like the Browns to win. You ain't gonna beat Damo.
That's big.
But I like you to possibly upset them like the Browns are gonna upset the Packers.
No, that's a fucking. You can't say that.
I
don't like you to win against him, but I like you to possibly upset him. Just like how you told that dude, don't put a lot, but put a little. Just when we was on camera, don't put a lot. You told the nigga, man, this is like a singer. Just some shit off the camera, y'all, but this nigga don't know.
What Damo do tonight?
He don't know what he want.
He had Cook and
so he beating that ass already.
Just say next, he set you up.
Nah, but the cold thing is though, right? We call him Kev Logic. Nigga, that nigga, the logic be to the left. It don't be to the right.
That's true.
Nigga, I don't want to go left. I want to go right down the fork. His logic, nigga, takes you to the left, bro.
That man got 46 already, bro.
I'm sorry. I done seen a nigga get 50 in one nigga on a Thursday night, nigga, and only put up 90 points.
It's not over.
I done seen it.
It's not over.
Okay,
I'm not saying that.
Mr. to the left.
If I was a betting man, I'd probably take the pass over the Browns and
That's
Damo.
good.
That's all I'm saying.
Give me 20 points added to my fantasy score and we can bet.
If you need a handicap like that, you already losing.
I'm just saying though, you said that you would rather take Domo, so I said if you give me 20 points, we can bet right now that I beat.
We can do a score lane. I'll take the Browns and you.
No, see, there you go.
To hit. I just said I would take you.
Oh, that's cool, but what I'm saying is if you favor him, give me 20 points and we can bet.
Give me that 20.
Some of Sacramento's fights.
Look, let's do this.
No, look.
This is
10, 9,
20 points, right?
8, 7,
I ain't giving you
6,
nothing.
5, 4, 3. Just like how he takes trades down in 10 minutes, you had 10 seconds to make that bet. The bet is down.
It's over.
Let's move on to the next one.
Move over.
Damn, bro.
Hey.
Why this nigga be doing that? What's up with
quick. I like Seals Jones versus.
I like Ricky.
I like Seals Jones versus.
I mean, and he done scored the last 2 games, right?
And then they called him. Call one back when they call one back. That's just me, bro. Even Hawkinson, right? They call one back on his.
I know why you said that. I know why you said that.
It could have been different. Don't write it off because it wasn't. That's all I'm saying. That's Kev logic. 49ers Panthers. Hey, 49ers though. This is a trap game though. Not a trap game as in the team is weaker playing the Niners. Obviously Carolina is good. But I expect the Niners to beat their ass, but beat them for sure. But I think this is one of them games where
it's a home game for them.
Just because you playing against Kyle Allen and you at home, Niners don't take it lightly. You only scored 9 points. It was rainy, whatever.
The mud ball.
You know what I mean?
That was my thing. It's just them being on the being back at home or being back on the East Coast or whatnot. I didn't know how the weather would play into this, but
it's a dangerous game.
I think the Niners keep rolling.
Do Jalen come back this week? I think Jalen's coming back here pretty soon.
Hurt.
So I would like to see him. Setback, him and what you call it.
But to me, this don't have no fantasy relevance unless McCaffrey is able to get loose. Because I think the pass rush of the Niners will get to Allen and Samuel and DJ Moore won't be too much of a factor. But if they can get McCaffrey to go, as McCaffrey goes, everything else goes around him. So you know what I mean. But nobody on the Niners I would start but Coleman and
they haven't allowed a touchdown all year. Rushing touchdown.
That's big. That's big.
Panthers? No, Niners.
Or Kittle. I would start Kittle if he's playing this week.
I think as far as defense, Niners about to go crazy on that.
Nigga, you know how many points they got scored total? Nigga, the New England got 120.
No, nigga, 190 points.
That's what it, and then the Niners is second nigga with like 90.
And they would have
or something.
And they would, that's a lot of points.
That's big though.
That's why I traded,
bro. That's big, bro.
And the Patriots are the number 4 ranked team. Period.
But listen though, if you go fantasy by position, the Pats is like damn near top 5 in every fucking position, bro. Yeah. That shit is crazy.
Imagine him being your best player.
Hey, he ain't talking about me, so hey. You can say all you want. I got Pat.
Hey, I get that from you, bro. Hey, I be using that as I be biting you.
But that ain't.
When he got a player he don't like, this is what he say. He be like, look, when you got a player he don't like, he be like, damn, imagine having to start golf. Ooh, or she, or I be saying she.
Ouch.
I be like, ouch.
Golf this week?
Golf this week? Ouch.
Ouch. Scary.
Imagine being your best player.
Oh
my. Kittle need to do something this game. It's gonna be. I don't know. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna love to watch that game. That's gonna be. I think a defensive battle. That one.
No. That's where I was going with it. My damn self. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna be no 30 to 27 game or 27.
McCaffrey ain't getting no 40 nothing. He gonna do. Remember when they played the Bucks and we were talking about the Bucks might go
the second time or the first time?
Both. Look, I'm comparing both. The 4 points that the Bucks got him, and then he did what against the second time, like maybe 20 something, but that was because of the pass, not the run. So it's gonna be one of them games. He's dud proof.
I think he's gonna be like a 15 pointer. Quan's gonna be on him in the.
Do you guys have an idea how you think the Niners would try and play them to where they would stop him from running the ball or receiving the ball?
I don't think they'll run the ball, but I think Quan will be on him in the passing game.
If I'm the Panthers, I'm gonna try to attack the Niners secondary if I got time, and they got quick enough receivers to get off. You know what I mean? Get off a little bit. Just to,
they ain't gonna have the time though. I don't think.
They might.
It depends on what type of routes they run.
Carolina's O-line ain't been that good. They've been bad.
I think Jimmy sacked a lot this game.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, they getting Burns back. Carolina gets Burns back.
They top 2 to 3 in
sacks.
Jimmy played well under pressure though. He's sitting that pocket.
No, Jimmy been taking a lot of
Jimmy's not the best fantasy quarterback, but he's been solid. You know, in real life.
Let's talk about another underrated. I'm going to cut you off. What about the Colts Broncos?
I got Brissett in both of my leagues. I'm only in 2 leagues. I got Brissett. I got Shears in both of it in my leagues. So 100% owned in both of my fantasy football leagues. But I'm lightweight nervous purpose against Denver because Denver's been shutting niggas down. Chris Harris. I know Chubb is hurt. I know Vine trying to, you know what I mean? I'm
lightweight. I like Jacoby. Man.
You like Jacoby this week? I'm lightweight spooked, bro. And like I said, I need to win in both leagues, so I need him to come back with that 27 that he hit for last week.
Jacoby got multiple touchdown passes every game except for the KC game where they was running it like.
Tell me how many picks he got.
I don't know.
Like 2 or 3.
Okay, that's right. But I mean, he killing. I think this big Brissett game. Run them tapes back. I told y'all, Brissett gonna be solid. The coach still gonna go to the
Can I ask you to run something back?
Brissett, man.
Run my draft back, nigga. I wasn't scared of none of the coach players.
Yeah, nah.
My mama. Real talk. I had to abort ship on one of them, but you know what I mean.
I've been trying to trade for Ty.
I want Ty.
Yeah. He's a little 14 minimum.
I was calling
minimum.
I like Brissett.
Real talk.
14 minimum is pretty good though.
For him.
And where are they at in the division? Right there with the Texans. You know
I like the Colts was a hot pickup this week as far as defenses. They're great. Like if you streaming defenses for the next 4 weeks, they're a great play. Denver, Pittsburgh, Miami, Jacksonville. With a good team like the Colts, having them as a defense, putting pressure on.
Right.
That's a great.
And with them fighting for the division, the #1 spot, I like to get a lot of players that's fighting for something. I know sometimes when you can have a weak player, a player on a weak team and he just kill him. But for some reason, for me, I like players or players on teams that's either on the wild card or in the running to. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. That might be my logic, but you know what I mean.
I think this is a big Marlon Mack day.
Yeah, I like Mac. I got Mac in my notes that this is a Mac day just based on that. Denver is shot quarterbacks down.
200.
This big,
load him up and drive
big
game. He's gonna go for what?
200 yards.
Who? Matt?
Scrimmage yards or rushing yards?
Big 7 game.
200 rushing.
What you want to bet?
200 rushing yards. I'm not gonna bet.
I just
got
to
come out of retirement.
Come out of retirement. Yeah, because we need another suite at the Palms. That's an inside joke for y'all. My bad, Joe.
Gambling is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, just like I was saying, this is a hell of a drug.
Hey, but if I was a betting man, I got Damo this week.
Give me 20 points. Give me 20, but the 10 seconds.
We got a record bet. So, our animosity, he tried to say it was a cuzzo help out. And then why you say help me out anyway if you don't like white? But anyway, let's get away from that, right? You say help me out.
I ain't worried about this nigga because I told this nigga last week. This nigga gives up my time is for nigga. And we had been talking about that shit. I'm still high, bro.
He went to
now this bitch ass nigga's hurt.
Hey, but look, Carry on the plotter Johnson.
That was gonna be alright.
Hey, we'll never know. I done forgot what I was gonna say.
Failing himself all 600 points.
No, I'm trolling and laughing at you right now, bro. You was on your the same high horse you was on me. You was on that.
No.
You was on a high horse, bro.
Don't go.
Hey, when I said this last week, I said, LR said, something about Kerr. I said, man, he said, Kerr, who winning? G, you winning? I said, you could always tell when Kerr and G losing. They're not in the chat. I'm like, chat, not like that. But I'm like, chat boring when Kerr and G losing.
Chat boring when he was humble. He was humble 2 weeks ago.
No, I was humble because I needed to. I was still talking. Why would I have the situation with G, the way we were rivals? I was humble about my team and where I needed to bounce back on a 3-game losing streak.
You were just,
but I knew
you just gonna put up 82 points that week.
But I traded for people that was on bye.
You put up 82 points.
Bro, I put up 61.
When?
The week I traded for Mac Waller, they was on a bye. Mac Waller and John Brown on a bye.
And Diggs went for like
can't play him. Can't play him. I just
Diggs
traded for him.
Almost outscored his whole
That's
team.
what
you mean you can't play him. They was on a bye. I traded for him while they on a bye, so I can't even play him. You feel me? So yeah, I scored low, but it was a marathon. What are you in fifth? You're in the Alls right now, though. If the Alls started today, you would be
fifth place.
I'm in sixth, I think. I'm in sixth.
I wouldn't be worried about that loss.
No, I'm not worried about that one. But like I said, it was a play for the long
one game.
Mac is
out.
But out of the top 6 spots, you're last in points.
He's last in the league in points almost.
No, I wasn't trying to be funny. I'm trying to get a grasp of how this shit is shaping up.
800 points.
And what are you, 3 and 4?
4-3.
Oh yeah, why not? And you're 4-3-6.
I'm 4-3-6.
Oh, that's big.
But
that's
look though,
big.
since you talking about the points I put up, bro, there's games like when you at the beginning of the season, you don't really know who your guys are and who you're gonna start. You still gonna have some hard to starts. That's why we always talk about hard to starts. But
that's part of the game.
I know it's part of the game, but the games I lost, it was a last minute move. I could easily be 5-2, 6-1. Same thing with. I'm talking about you, bro. You talking about points?
But you talking about if I started?
Bro, I'm talking about the flip side, the glass half full of the points I did or didn't score. It ain't like I just got Dudleys and I couldn't do nothing.
It looks like
if I'm in a situation where I got to start the people you starting right now, bro, I'm worried about a little more than what I'm doing.
You've been saying that all year, but I got 160.
Bro, you had the Pats. You had Mahomes in the Pats.
I drafted them.
They give you 80, but I'm saying you lost. But you talking about what if Mahomes is playing this week? We know he's not.
I don't need
so
Mahomes
you go.
this week. I'm good.
You got Jags, Jets. Jags. Oh, we done. Hey, look, man, we taking a break. We gonna put another video on, and the next segment gonna be we got one coming for you about who to get and who to stay with. And then we're going to get into the DraftKings like we do every week, man. We'll catch y'all in a second, right?
See you, Trey, Damo.